The oil and gas experts suggest legislators should refocus the national debate on the struggle for promoting transparency and accountability in the management and utilization of Uganda's oil resources through the enactment of new and proper oil laws.
Right now we should be talking about how we can collect the right revenues because the capital gains tax has started, and how we can spend those revenues. Should we spend it on dams? Do we spend it paying teachers to educate our children well? How do we collect the right revenues and use it well? Rather than saying no agreements.
But the legislators do not buy the idea. They argue that Parliament cannot make good laws when it has no basis for drafting the law and whether the interests of the country are taken care of.
To make a reasonable law which will be good for all of us in the country, we must first appreciate what is in there. So it is not wrong, it's completely wrong for them to think we are focusing on a different thing.
How do you sleep comfortably in a house which you can call your house when you don't know where the land title is? You could have been mortgaged and eventually, after a while, they just say, sorry, the house is not yours. We want to know if this is our oil.
The agreements government has executed with these companies have a bearing to how the revenues will be generated and utilized, particularly in respect of the share of the government, which government is supposed to have a share for and on behalf of Ugandans. So MPs must interest themselves in everything that touches the sector.
However, some members of Parliament agree with the experts. They accuse their colleagues for not interesting themselves in the information that is readily available to them.
Some MPs are demanding to see the document. They are not going further to demand to see how the implementation has been. Because in the oil sector worldwide, there are costs that are transferred back to the citizens. At the end of the day, all this, what the people expect that they will gain, at the end of the day, if it is not properly followed in detail, shilling by shilling that the company brings here, we shall lose.
The information is on the website. This is a laptop. So to me, I challenge my colleagues, honorable members of Parliament, to be updated by his information and be armed by information, because some of the information they are requesting is within their arm's reach.
The Oil and Gas Workshop was organized by the African Institute for Energy Governance with support from Revenue Watch Institute. Michael Baleke, NTV.